Call the January meeting of the MSD North Posey School Board to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Mr. Slagle, if you'll please read our vision, mission, core beliefs, and high priorities.
Absolutely. With our vision, we inspire all students to achieve their potential for learning and life in a safe and supportive environment. Our mission, we partner with our community to create a dynamic and innovative educational experience, empowering students to become educated, productive, and responsible citizens. Core beliefs, we believe our community is vital to our educational success. Everyone is valued and treated with respect and always telling the truth. An educational opportunity for all, student-centered programs challenging and inspire learning in the pursuit of excellence through a strong sense of pride. Our high priorities, enhancing the student experience, investing in teachers and administrators, fostering strong relationships among all, and maximizing resources.
And we're going to go ahead and do our oaths at this time.
Yes. So at this time, I'd like to open up the floor for nominations for the office. No,
Do our oaths
our
first.
oaths. Sorry. This part here?
Yeah.
All right. Is this something that's read, or is this something that we just signed with?
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
we had repeated it in the past, or
Right.
repeat after me.
So we have this with Mr. Nightingale first.
I think
All-
we should
I think
do
you can do it
All
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. So I understand, do solemnly swear
I understand,
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of Indiana
and the Constitution of Indiana
and the laws of the United States and the state of Indiana.
and the laws of the United States and the state of Indiana.
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
as a member of this governing body, so help me God.
as a member of this governing body, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Minutes need to be notarized. I feel like Vanna White.
What'd you say?
I said I felt like Vanna White.
I thought you were ripping my handwriting already.
Oh.
I get that all the time from the kids. They hate my signature.
I always thought you had a nice signature.
I like it.
It's good to hear mine. Yeah.
I know. It's a PDF.
Right. As far as the disclosure statement, I will just sign that later. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. Okay.
And I don't know if it makes any difference, but I know she gave me my name, but my notary name is different.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we can probably just,
Yeah, I can once I. Unless you wanted to reprint them real fast?
I think
I can fix them. Okay, I'm just used to everything being left blank and for me playing fill in the blank, so.
sorry.
Oh, no,
I
that's
tried to be
fine.
helpful and I didn't.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
I wonder if you just crossed it out and wrote and initialed it. You know what it's just a printed thing, so.
Yeah. Unless this is.
No.
It's just, yeah.
it's one of those, I don't go by my legal name.
I've got another one of those out there.
Sorry. We have a Spanish exchange student, so I've decided from now on, I'm going to go by Carlos Ricardo. For now, and forevermore, what I will be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming out this evening.
My pleasure. Y'all take care and have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just as point of order, we have no patron concerns tonight.
Oh, you're correct. Yes. Sorry, I forgot to bring that back.
All right, so moving on to the reorganization. We're going to open the floor for nominations for the office of President of the School Board.
I nominate Vince Oakley.
So Larry Colley has nominated Vince Oakley for president. Are there any other nominations? With no other nominations, we're going to call for a vote. All in favor of Vince Oakley being our school board president?
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Now we're going to ask for nominations for office of vice president for the school board.
I nominate Greg Schmidt.
Larry has nominated Greg for vice president of our school board. Are there any other nominations? No. With no other nominations, we'll call for a vote. All in favor of Greg Schmidt being vice president?
Aye.
Congratulations, Greg. Next will be nomination for secretary of the board. What nominations do we have for secretary of our school board?
I'll nominate Larry Colley for secretary.
We have Vince Oakley nominating Larry Colley for secretary. Do we have any other nominations? With no other nominations, we'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. I'm going to ask that you appoint a treasurer and deputy treasurer for our district.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Amanda Lynn as the district treasurer and Amber Olander as the district deputy treasurer.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I was in favor too. I'm busy writing. I can't do two things at one time.
All right. Well, I'll turn the meeting back over to our president.
Thank you. Looking for a motion to nominate members of the Board of Finance. We need a president and a treasurer, that if we can make a nomination at the same time.
Who was this before?
It was Greg and Lindsay.
Yeah, down at in the red.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd say let's.
I don't see any reason to change it unless somebody else wants to.
I don't.
Unless we want to nominate Lindsay for everything, so she's not here.
She's president and.
I don't want to go on record saying that. I'll make a motion that we reappoint Greg Schmidt as president and Lindsay Bowers as vice president.
Treasurer.
I'm sorry, treasurer, board of finance.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion to appoint Greg as president of the Board of Finance and Lindsay as treasurer. Do you have one question on that? We're gonna open that meeting. Do we need both present? We may want to change that. Because that meeting needs, it has to take place in January and we always do it within this.
Within this meeting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You wanna make me
I don't
treasurer or
know.
make Rick treasurer? I don't. Lindsay won't care, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. And there's
What does the
really,
treasurer do?
You have to
Yes.
get all,
That's fine.
you have to get all the money, come up with it if we come up short or something.
Are you amend your motion?
I'll amend, can I make a motion to appoint myself?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'll amend my motion to, for myself as treasurer, Rick Knighton.
Larry, you still second?
I'll second it, yes.
Okay, I have a motion to appoint Greg as president of the Board of Finance and Rick as treasurer. All in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0, and we will open the meeting of the Board of Finance at this time. Okay, looking for a motion to appoint a policy liaison and a legislative liaison for the board.
Greg, are you intending to stay on as policy liaison? Are you okay with that?
Lindsay did express interest.
Was it-
in that.
I
couldn't
remember in the
She
email.
actually did.
Okay.
Since we just went through all the policies, she thought that would be a pretty easy one to jump into. So,
Just, man, rolling around the bus. All right, I'll make a motion to appoint Lindsay Bowers as a policy liaison and Rick Nightingale as the legislative liaison.
I have a motion to appoint Lindsay as policy liaison and Rick as the legislative liaison. Need a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
All right, so now we need the board to examine the compensation wages for the board.
And I will say, these have been the same as long as I've been on the board.
Yep.
So,
And I'll make a motion that we retain our current salary schedule.
a motion by Greg to retain our current compensation package.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
All right. Now we have our conflict of interest statement. Mr. Oakley. No action is needed by the board, just his signature. That's fine on this one.
Right. Yep. All right. Okay. So, do you care to read?
Absolutely. On our minutes, claim dockets, and consent items, minutes from the previous meeting from December 9th and 18th. Our claim docket for the period of December 10th to January 13th. We have the following FMLA. We have Ms. T-Pool is putting in for FMLA starting February 10th. The following resignations and retirements. Mr. Wilson's going to resign from the varsity boys soccer. The following hiring and transfer requests, Lydia Hoops, long-term substitute special education teacher for the remainder of the 24-25 school year. And Christy Tolliver, instructional assistant, North Posey Junior High, Senior High, effective January 13th. We have the following overnight and out-of-state field trips. Stephanie Cox to take North Posey high school cheer squad to compete in White County cheering for a cure competition on January 18th. Natalie McCauley to take biomedical students to Wabash Valley College on February 21st for their health career day and cadaver presentation. Mr. Kirkman is going to take the North Posey High School baseball team to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, March 27th through 29th to compete in several varsity baseball games and possibly attend the Vanderbilt home game. Additional request for approval is Purdue Extension Posey County 4-H Talent Show to use North Posey High School auditorium on May 2nd. And software renewal for our VR carts at the high school for $1,851.
All right, thank you for that. Looking for a motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I make a motion, we approve consent items.
And second,
I'll second that.
okay, the motion is second. Any discussion on the consent items?
I thought I had a question or something there. Well, I know what it was. It's not specifically about this. Have we posted the track openings?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if they've been posted or not. I hadn't heard anything, so.
I had a couple questions on claims, and these don't necessarily have to be answered tonight. It's just things I wasn't really sure what they were. On page 4, excess ESSER 3 funds, 5610.
I can explain that one. ESSER 3, as you know, was a beast of a grant, over $800,000. And we went through 3, maybe 4 iterations of that grant as far as like budget changes. And at one point a change happened kind of overlapping one of the grant reimbursement cycles. And so we actually received some reimbursement for funds we ended up moving out of the grant into operations and other things got into. So there was some movement of funds that wasn't incorrect, just the way that it happened. We didn't receive any extra funds that we should
That was my
have.
question, is that we didn't lose any funds or?
No, it was that the way that the state needed us to specifically pay back to that fund, and then they could pay us out of this fund. It was that the code was in the wrong place.
Okay.
And so you couldn't just move money in their system. We had to pay back in this code, and then they could reimburse us in this code.
Okay.
So there was no loss of funds at all.
Okay.
It just, the way that the accounting system worked, we had to make it right.
And the other one, I was just curious about Blue Beacon, $140.10. It's on page 3, and
That's
that's
a bus wash. That they wash semis, so I'm assuming they took a bus down and got it washed.
oh, okay.
I do know that I don't necessarily remember in the last month doing it, but I know right before school, it actually saved us some money to take them to Blue Beacon to get steamed under the bottom
Okay.
carriage and cleaned rather than paying workers to do it.
Interesting.
So it actually was less money to do it that way.
Okay, thanks.
I think we had a bus worked on over the break, and so he may have went and had it cleaned really well.
I do remember
Yeah.
seeing one that was
There
worked on
was-
as well.
Yeah, on wheel and rim.
I'm
Yeah.
speculating that that's the
That would
charge,
make
but
sense. Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a note that said bus wash. I mean, I know that's what Blue.
Yeah.
yes,
Similar.
I'm sure it was a bus wash. I'm just not sure why.
Why?
Thanks.
For this
Sparkling
month,
clean.
yeah. Before the salt.
I had a few questions, but mine really are more just from my lack of experience, like what is this, what is that? So I don't know that they need to be answered right now. I mean,
Do I do
I'm
it
fine
later?
approving it, but
Okay.
yeah. And it might be stuff you can answer, it might be something that one of y'all need to answer, but,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ask, I mean, I had a whole huge list of what is that, what is it? I don't want to bombard you all at once. So we'll go a little at a time.
We'll hold on to that.
I remember those days.
See how far you've come?
So we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this?
Oh, yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. New business, Dr. Walton.
This is very similar to the other grant that we do. Why am I blanking on the name? The TAG grant. Remember last year, the DOE came out with the Early Literacy Achievement Grant. So this is something that we have to approve the policy annually. So the only change made to the policy from last year to this year was the date. And so that's in your packet. This is money that comes straight from the state as an early literacy grant. We allocate the money according to the policy and use only grant funds to issue those stipends.
So looking for a motion to approve the early literacy achievement grant policy.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
any discussion on this?
This was the document that was referring to stipends paid to some of the teachers for.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's early literacy, so it's PK
Literacy
1 and 2, and instructional assistants, 1, 2, and 3, instructional assistants, and also librarian. Anybody that contributes to that early reading instruction.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Mr. Slagle.
All right, so with our current 2024 bond, we're looking to purchase some desk, table, software, or soft costs for our CTE rooms to the tune of $142,000.
Looking for a motion to approve the quote on this.
I'll make a motion that we approve the quote, to accept the quote for the educational furniture.
Second,
Did you second? Oh, okay, I'll second it. I thought you seconded it.
any discussion on this?
Was this not included in, obviously it wasn't because we did it. Was that a cost savings to have that pulled out of what the contractor was providing and us just purchase that directly, I guess?
With our architect Hafer, there's so much that they do. Anything that the construction does is just like the renovation part of it, then this would be us coming back and providing this. I will also have another one that comes out for the maintenance facility.
There will still be some additional, like we haven't talked about tool storage chests and, there are gonna be some additional furniture items and storage items that we just haven't nailed down yet, but this is all just like more classroom specific furniture.
Yeah, what about equipment like saws and welders and some of those things?
Some of the things the teachers felt like what they had was good, and we do have a list of
Replacing
it, so we'll have to replace some of that.
So these are things that those teachers looked at and this is what they chose.
Correct.
The desks in there were not any good.
All right, I have a
These are gonna
motion
look really neat, I
and
think.
a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
All right, we're also then looking to complete our bleacher project in the high school gymnasium. BSN Sports gave us a quote to do all three sides of the gym for $334,000. When you close them, there will be seats changed out that will have the NP visible in them. And that would be done beginning of the summer.
Looking for a motion to approve the bleacher.
I'll make that a motion.
Second,
I was trying to beat you to it, man. I'll second.
any discussion on these?
So these will be similar to what's already been placed on the downside.
It's the same company, that's what I was gonna ask, yeah. People I sit by around in there in the high school boys games were about to take a vote and said I wasn't allowed to come up anymore because I've almost fallen down them twice and up once, so.
Yeah, they're not easy to navigate.
No.
So, currently.
They will come and remove the existing, and then replace them.
I know there was some talk before about as those came out, if there were usable parts that the construction classes could use. Is that something that we can look at keeping, if they could use the wood? I remember talking about
Did
that.
they not take the wood out of them or something? I thought they were doing that.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember us talking about it too.
They're decent boards. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just-
You can make a lot of stuff with those, but they're.
We have a motion and a second.
I'd say you could have a lot of things in the auction made out of
I
this.
say maybe sell those seats to old alumni that played in the gym.
Yeah, we could even etch.
Yeah.
We got a glow forge that we could etch in
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah, I mean, you sell pieces of old basketball courts, why not the seats?
Mhm.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries 4-0. Mr. Slagle?
With professional leave, Ms. Bittner will, from North Elementary, will be doing a course on decreased attention and getting, and tantrum behaviors. That will be a virtual PD session. Mr. Gentile will do the state softball coaches clinic up in Indianapolis. And Dr. Walden was looking at the winter seminar for the IAPSS. I see that, up in Indianapolis.
Looking for a motion to approve the professional leave.
I'll make a motion, we approve professional leave.
Second.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Reports and information.
All right, so we have met with Hafer and Art Construction twice over the break. Then I went to the Board of Zoning Appeals to get a special use permit so that we could build our maintenance facility. That's been tabled until next month. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'll meet community member, architect, builder, and an excavating company to walk the ditch on the west side of the high school property to see what we can do to alleviate any runoff water issues that might be there. The bathrooms on the backside of the junior high, I believe will be started this week for that piece. We do have our current maintenance facility is almost completely emptied out for them to begin, for our construction to begin in there. We've had environmental services, ECS, come in, do some testing for us, and they'll come out and be doing some more in our ag shop, looking at getting some abatement done there before the art can start in those classrooms, renovating. So that's where we are with
So the runoff issue has been settled, or
it's not settled yet. We're working on that. I think if we can look at cleaning out that ditch line, that could help us get there.
government might pay us for cleaning out that ditch line? I know farmers get paid for doing that sometimes.
You make
I don't know how that works.
connections.
I don't know how that works. I don't even begin to know, but I know.
We have the 25 Indiana School Board Association New Board Member Academy on February 25th in Jasper. We have our next board meeting Monday, February 10th, 2025.
Well, we have historically moved our meetings around to hit all the schools in February, March, and April.
Okay,
You wanna go ahead and
I'm
do
good with that. Yeah.
okay. We'll, start with North Elementary and then we'll get the others lined up.
Are you gonna do exec over at North and then come back over here, or? you want
That's
the
what we
full meeting
usually do.
At North we usually do.
Executive session in North Elementary and regular meeting here then. That's,
Executive over there.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
but we usually do a tour of the facility with
Okay,
safety in mind and the principal.
Yeah,
Great.
that's part of the executive session.
all right.
okay, and, we will go ahead and close our Board of Finance meeting now as well. Does anybody else have anything to add? Do you have ISBA State House Day, Rick,
Yeah, that's 18th of February. right?
18th of February, and I can show you how to register for it.
Okay.
There's no cost with it, so.
And you're planning on going to, Vince?
Yeah, I'd like to go.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Okay.
The rural schools, which I think I sent that to you this morning, the rural schools advisory is also doing a legislative breakfast, I think on the 12th. So on February 12th. I can send that to you as well, Vince, if you are interested.
So if there's nothing else, looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead, go
Motion to
ahead.
adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
We are adjourned at 7:04.